So an incredible day of cricket, 23 wickets in all going down. Here to try and make sense of it all is former Australian South Africa batsman Kepler Wessels. Kepler, first of all, what did you make of that?
Well, it's pretty difficult to make sense of it because there was some movement in the pitch and it was a bowler's day, but you'd never expect that many wickets to fall. And it was bad enough South Africa collapsing after lunch, but then to see Australia, 21 for 9 at some point, was just absolutely amazing. So the momentum is with South Africa. They're looking good for this one now. They started pretty well tonight and they just put the match in a better perspective.
Was the pitch unplayable in the middle part of the day?
I wouldn't say it was unplayable. It was difficult. It did offer the bowlers quite a lot, but it wasn't unplayable. It was just a combination of some very good bowling at times and perhaps also some ordinary batting.
Yeah, the ordinary batting, does that kind of partly come from the doubt from the pitch?
It does. It becomes a mental thing because players see things or read things into the surface that's perhaps not quite there. But, you'd have to say there were a number of wicket-taking deliveries bowled where the batsman couldn't do anything about it, and then a couple of loose shots as well. So it was a real mixed bag, but a day that the bowlers will remember for a while.
Yeah, indeed. We'll go through a little bit of that a little later on. First of all, Michael Clarke's innings, 151, that was sensational, wasn't it?
Well, I've seen him bat a lot, and that is by far the best I've seen him play, and I've seen him play some good innings, but he was absolutely superb. He led from the front, and he just made it look as if he was batting on a totally different surface.
To get South Africa all out for 96, what did you make of Australia's bowling there, and in particular Shane Watson?
Well, Shane Watson was by far the best of the Australian bowlers. I didn't think the others were that great, but Shane Watson came on and bowled an inspired spell after lunch. South Africa, they were 49 for 1, and suddenly they just collapsed due to the fact that Watson showed some very good skill.
As far as the match at that stage, did you feel that South Africa were gone?
I didn't think they were gone because I saw them come back in Perth a couple of years ago when they also got bowled out cheaply in the first innings. They bounced back, bowled Australia out and knocked off the run. So I didn't think they were gone, but I knew that they'd need an inspired bowling performance, and that's exactly what they got.
As far as that Australia second innings is concerned, we touched on it a little bit, but what went wrong there?
Well, they were just shell-shocked. South Africa came out, they used the new ball well. Vernon Philander was absolutely superb. He bowled a beautiful line, a very good length, and once the wickets started falling, well, you could just see Australia started to panic. They were shell-shocked and they didn't know where to go.
South Africa was still then left with 236 to get to win this test match, but they started positively, didn't they? And they seemed to make it look a lot easier, in fact.
Well, they were always going to do that, and that was the right way to go as well. There was a massive momentum switch in the game, and from a confidence point of view, getting all those wickets, bowling Australia out for 47 gave South Africa just the confidence they needed. And they came out and they played aggressively, they played positively, and as I said, they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, well, what can we expect on day 3?
Well, first hour will tell the tale. The game will be over. It's one way or another, sort of between that lunch and tea session tomorrow. So if South Africa negotiate the first hour well, they got an excellent chance of winning this one.
And as far as the bowling is concerned for Australia, do you feel that they're not perhaps showing enough patience?
Well, they're just not bowling very well. Mitchell Johnson's off the boil. Ryan Harris hasn't really been a factor, nor has Peter Siddle. We had Watson today in the first innings looking really good. So for them to win the game, they've got to regroup. They've got to come out tomorrow. They've got to use what's left of that new ball. It's 17 overs old already now in the first hour, and they need to get 3 or 4 wickets within the first 20 overs tomorrow to stay in this game.